Hello again everyone, welcome back to another episode of Landric Plays the Darkest Dungeon. And yeah, last episode we went to the ruins and it was incredibly quick. We had to defeat 100% of room battles, which turned out to mean exactly one room battle. So yeah, we went through that quite quickly. We found a couple of extra trinkets, including one for bounty hunters, and surprise surprise, we come back to town and find out there is a rumour of riches. Quiet and reserved, these men are professionals, compelled not by the scent of blood, but rather the gleam of gold. So we've actually had a couple of bounty hunters show up and asked to join our roster. And as we have space for them, and a sort of lack of damagey dealing, tanky, fightery types, got some interesting skills. So I think we'll pick up one of these. Probably not both of them. Let's see. You do extra damage versus stunned, which is kind of nice. You can mark somebody, which I tend not to use, though that does 90% damage against marks, so that synergizes quite well. And what did you have? You have Flashbang, which does the stun, and then one of these things, this one, would do extra damage to stun, so So I think we pick up you, and we probably swap this Caltrop skill for this Flashbang, which means you would work very well in second position. Cool, let's grab you. There we go.
The thrill of the hunt. The promise of payment.
And we have unlocked the first ruins boss. So we could send these guys out. That's right, you've got a tapeworm. So I sort of want to get you fixed rather than bring you along. So I think I'll do that. We could wait until you catch another disease and see if we can fix both of them at once, but that's probably a bit risky. The other thing is we don't really have a healer, or at least not one who is capable of doing a novice quest. Unless we... No, see, for a doctor you don't have a lot of healing skills, you've just got this battlefield medicine which does one healing. The Blight and Bleed cure is very nice, but... So if we were to go straight for this boss... I mean, I guess I would bring you. And who else? There's not really anyone else we could bring. Except for our brand new bounty hunter, but that seems like asking for trouble. Yeah, I think we might just go for it with this. And just hope we don't take too much damage early on. Yeah, let's go for it. So we'll just quickly make sure everyone's skills are where we want them. So you could do with some more armor. You could do with some more swords and armor. So could you. You're alright. What about the guild? Can we upgrade some of your stuff? Because you particularly do extra damage against Unholy, and we're definitely going to be seeing a lot of those. Zealous Accusation I get a fair amount of use out of. You do have a self-heal. If I upgrade it, it does an extra hit point, or has the chance of doing an extra hit point of healing. I don't know how much use I'll get out of that. Holy Lance, so if you're at the... no, you're at the back, you can use this skill. And I sort of am going to keep you at the front, which is the problem. And it moves you forwards as well. So even though it does an extra 15% damage against Unholy, we'll stick with the Smite, which does 20% damage anyway. Inspiring Cry. So, okay, it doesn't tell us what this one would do at the end. So this does a heal and increases the torch and lowers stress. This one just does slightly more of a heal. Interesting. Do we want to pick up one of these instead? I think we'll just go with this. And I don't even know if I'll bother upgrading it. In fact, no, I'll keep it. We'll leave you as you are. Oop, didn't mean to pop out of that. Meant to do this. So we'll get your standard attack upgraded. Upgrading the bellow, what will that do for us? Increases the debuff, but otherwise not a lot. And Retribution. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of Retribution. What else can we do? Rampart. Technically moves you forward 1, which isn't super useful, but it also isn't super detrimental, I don't think. It would be if we were with Drew, our Hellion, who does extra damage from first position, but with Devereaux, I think we're okay. And the stun could come in handy. So I think we'll pick that up, and we'll make sure you swap out... yeah, we'll swap out Retribution for it. Doctor, you're upgraded as much as I want you to. I guess we could get... I mean, it's only 200. Let's upgrade the Battlefield Medicine. What have you got? That and the Disorientating Blast. Yeah, right, let's upgrade that. A little bit of extra stun chance, maybe? I think we'll keep it as that. You almost certainly need more skills being unlocked. So Blind Fire we tend to use a fair bit, just in case we need to attack somebody at the front. Sniper Shot again. Suppressing Fire doesn't do more damage, but it does do more debuff, so we'll leave that as it is. Sniper's Mark. Ooh, that mark would synergize quite nicely with our new Bounty Hunter, actually. But for now, let's leave it like that. Ooh, you actually do a reasonable amount of healing. Maybe we should unlock this. Swap that out for the mark. Yeah, let's do that. So you actually are technically going to be our doctor. Sniper's Mark. Swap it out for that. So it's still it's still only 3, but it's 3 to 3. So we get a much. I mean, we're guaranteed 3 healing, and it gives them a buff next time. So yeah, let's grab that. Okay, I think we're all set. I don't think we can afford any more upgrades. Yeah, we only picked up 2 busts last time, which is a bit of a shame. Let's get provisioned. So we're going to bring a whole bunch of food, and then some, just in case. Again, probably overkill, but for a boss, best have overkill than underkill. Stack up on that. Don't really need anti-venom, but I will get one of these just in case. Oh, and then torches. Of course we need torches. I guess I might as well get a full stack. Now let's go with that. That's probably enough. Alright, and then we will embark.
Mastery over life and death was chief among my early pursuits. I began in humility, but my ambition was limitless. Who could have divined the prophetic import of something as unremarkable as a twitch in the leg of a dead rat?
Okay, so we are going to be facing the Necromancer.
A devil walks these halls. Only the mad or the desperate go in search of him.
So again, we've got a broadly linear dungeon, just like our other bosses, and I'm going to gamble that the Necromancer is not hiding here. Probably down here, but we'll sort of make our way over this way and hope we get some scouts. So we can make a better decision when we get to these junctions. Oop, we've got an urn. I think we can put a holy water in this. Yeah, there we go. We get a couple of gems. Nice, good start. Hopefully we'll see if we can carry all of this home. But because we bought quite a lot of provisions with us, that could be a little bit tricky. Oop, and another...
Even
our first obstacle of this run.
Seems bent on preventing passage.
So we've still got 2 torches left, and a fight. And we're surprised, or rather they're surprised, which is good news for us. So we'll see if we can take out the Arbalist first, because he's pretty annoying. And as long as that blight does go off, yep, he's dead. So now we can just bop.
Another abomination cleansed from our lands.
Bop. Perfect. Cool, so we defeated them handily in our first round. Very, very good to see.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
I potentially could even have dragged that fight out a little bit and tried to... wait, I didn't... No, I didn't swap out that skill that removes stress, did I? Ah. Probably should have, given that you're quite highly stressed already. And it is a boss fight, which is, you know, pretty stressful. Ooh, hunger event already as well. That's a good point. We are going to get to camp, and we should have some abilities that removes that. I should have had a look at everyone's camp skills to make sure they've got useful ones. Let's have a quick look at yours. Ah, no, we don't have the Zealous Vigil. That was a mistake, because that means there's a chance we're going to get ambushed in the middle of the night, which can be very dangerous. Because all the torches go out, we start surprised, we start in the wrong order. Yeah, it's really bad, in fact. Ooh. Okay, so the boss is definitely not up here, so we might as well avoid that fight. In fact, avoid those 3 fights. And we'll go straight down towards him this way, assuming he's not over here. Okay, let's see. So you've got a good chance to disarm, you're very stressed, so hopefully this will burn off a tiny bit of it. Yeah, 9 stress, that's not too bad. Let's try adding the anti-venom. Nope, no effect. So maybe it is medicinal herbs that helps that. Got some loot. Ooh, a whole bunch of loot. Let's read this journal page. So this is a trampled journal. 2 of 4. We fought in the East Gallery, filled with portraits of our ancient lineage, uncaring witnesses to the slaughter. Alhazred, there we go. The fiery heartbeat of our retinue wrought keen havoc in our enemy's ranks. I keenly feel his absence, even as I remember avoiding myself upon seeing his lifeless body fall, blood pouring from his screaming mouth, some cruel knife having rent his lungs to gore. Yet we were victorious, and thus we press on. Hopefully we're going to be a little bit more successful than that. Hopefully. Okay, another fight. So these guys deal plenty of stress, these guys deal a tiny bit of damage, so see if we can take out... There we go, nice. They have quite high speed as well, so they tend to go first, and I don't want them to stack up stress on our arbalist. I suppose I could have waited to hopefully get a plague grenade, because that blight damage will do a reasonable amount of ticks. But we did get rid of one of them straight away, so that's fine. And you can do a sniper shot on the back. Ooh, crit! So it's a bit annoying that it was overkill, but then again it does burn off some of your stress, which is nice. If I were to do this, 5 to 10 damage. So this could kill both of them outright. And they have both acted, so let's try it. Minimum damage. But as long as they don't go first, it's not really a problem.
Executed with
and I think we have higher speed than them, more or less. Noxious Blast, so I can do that to you. Luckily blights work just fine on skeletons. And we got some stuff, and a trinket. Plus 10% max HP, minus 1 speed. You know what? I'm going to give you that. And then what do we want to do with this gold? Oh, well I can just stack those, grab the gold, and then we'll open this. Some more gold and some more heirlooms, which means... what do I want to get rid of? That's the question. I guess we'll get rid of this jade. It's worth quite a lot of gold, but not quite as much as heirlooms, I don't think. So we know there's no fight here, so the necromancer's probably here or here. So we might rest here. Again, it'll be really nice if we can get a scout then, because we'll know for sure if we have to go all the way back around here, and then we can rest maybe here. Okay, this is going to be annoying. And they're acting quite quickly. That's pushed him back, which isn't the end of the world. We'll see if we can take this guy out, not quite straight away. See, max damage, but still not a kill. But if we do this, it doesn't guarantee a kill, even though it damages all of them. Let's risk it. Good. It killed him, and it spread some extra damage around anyway. And for you, we will use a plague grenade on the back, see if we can start stacking up some blight, because he tends to act very fast, whereas you're going to have to attack this guy here, which is fine. So you're probably going to act straight away, because... oh, no, you're not. That's interesting. So even though we're on minus 1 speed, you're acting first. That's pretty good. So we'll stack up some more some more blight if we can. So now you're taking 8 damage per round, which means... yep. And then we can just hammer all of our efforts on this guy. And technically, because you're covering both spots, we can still sniper shot you. But not quite enough damage to get you down, which means everyone's going to take some damage and possibly bleed and stress. But you're definitely going to die this round, so it's fine. Given that, I could... yeah, I'll drop a heal on somebody. You're on 26, you're on 29. So we'll heal you. Oh no, you can't self-heal. Ah, interesting. Alright, you're on... alright, we'll heal you. And then... pop.
Prodigious size alone.
Technically we could have self-healed and then probably finished him off with somebody else, but it's good to have that extra bit of certainty. You don't have anything. 10% stealth stun chance. Well, you've got this the rampart skill, which does stuns. And we do want portraits, so let's get rid of the... I want to keep the bandages around just in case, even though they're probably less useful than the holy water. Oh, that's empty. And hopefully we'll get a scout chance when we go through here. And we do. Nice. So a whole bunch of... there we go, they're here. So we could go, like, go this way, get the curios, and then come back here. I think that's what we'll do. And we've got some deeds as well, which is really nice. So if we had that holy water, we could have opened that. But then again, we also wouldn't have had any space to carry it, so... technically we use this trap as a tiny bit of stress relief, which is quite useful. I'm still a little bit worried about our having to camp. Technically we don't have to camp, we could just go straight for the boss. Because if we get ambushed right before the boss, that's going to be a problem. Decisions. I think we camp anyway and we risk it, and if we get ambushed, we use whatever food we have left over to heal up. Oops,
In Radiance, may we find
this one we've got to click. So we're going to use all 8 food for that extra stress reduction. The healing is not so important, but it's nice. And then what have we got? So let's check if we have anything at all that reduces, that prevents ambushes. And it looks like we don't. So I definitely should have done that first. You have a disease. What disease do you have? Minus 20% healing skills while camping. So it's not necessarily necessary this time, but we can remove this disease. So you're still at full health. You don't actually need the healing, but it's only 2 time, and it saves us some gold. So we might as well get rid of that. And then let's try and get some buffs for the final fight. So this one is almost definitely. So you get dodge and speed, or rather, we can instruct somebody to get dodge and speed. Minus 10 health, remove blight, remove bleeding, accuracy. Again, we don't really need the healing or the buff, but that minus 10 stress is pretty. There we go. All companions minus. Yeah, we should do this one. We've got 1 left. Is there anything we can do with that 1 hour? No. So let's rest. Strong and powerful. Looks bad, but there is nothing to fear here. Damn it, we did get ambushed. Alright, there's only 3 of them. You guys got swapped around, which isn't fantastic, but at least our Crusader is at the front. So we can blind fire as well and hopefully take this guy out if we're lucky. Oh, that's right, it targets randomly and we missed anyway. But that's some damage negated. That's a bit annoying, but if it pushes you to the back, I'm more than happy for that to happen. Because now you can actually get in there and deal some damage here. Now you've got protection, which means if we can stack up a blight on you, that'd be quite nice. Unfortunately, we still need 1 extra damage for you to guarantee you die. So let's do that. Ooh, we got a crit out of it, which means no corpses left, which means I think you're going to be doing less damage from the front. And we can start stacking up a little bit of blight on you. Okay, so this ambush wasn't nearly as bad as I feared it could be.
Slowly.
It wasn't fantastic. Ooh.
This is how a
Actually,
life
getting the gold out of that is kind of fantastic. And technically our buff is still valid for 3 battles, which is nice. So we'll head this way, we'll pick up these curios, and then we will see if we can defeat the Necromancer. Tiny bit of gold. Certainly won't say no to it. And we'll try and get you to disarm that as well. Lovely. 70% chance. 70% of the time it works all the time. Here we go. Here is the Necromancer.
Towering, fierce, terrible, nightmare-made material.
Okay, so he spawned a new skeleton. He's got 105 hit points. Do we ignore the skeleton? I think maybe we do. Presumably he's going to keep spawning skeletons until he's right at the back, but we can still do quite a lot of damage to the back, and then our frontline guys can just focus on skeletons. Yeah, that seems like a reasonable plan. So while you're here, do you count as unholy? You do count as unholy, so this will still do extra damage. Yeah, just keep piling it on, so you're already down to about half health. Does he heal himself? That's the question. I resisted that extra blight. Bit annoying, but not the end of the world. Ooh, bit of extra damage. I love the artwork in this game. It's so good. We're gonna keep sniping you. Keep getting crits. Fantastic. So we're actually gonna, if this keeps going to plan, we're gonna come out of this battle with less stress than we started. Nice. Okay, you're stuck attacking one of these skeletons, but that's fine. So you're practically dead already. Okay, this boss fight. Spoke too soon, perhaps?
Palpable fear.
Okay. On the bright side, now if we're dealing blight to you, we deal blight to both of you. So I was going to say this boss battle was looking like one of the easiest we've had. I think it still technically is, but that's no reason to get complacent. Okay, you're going to die now. You on death's door? No, you're fine.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Okay, so we're going to take a little bit of extra damage from these skeletons. But
Confidence surges as the enemy.
The Necromancer's definitely going to die on his next turn. We might, yeah, there we go. And then we just have to mop up these guys, which is no trouble at all.
Give them no quarter.
Fantastic. So you got some trinkets, which aren't super useful, but you know, not terrible.
Killer.
Interesting. So this gives you extra stun, and this gives but costs you dodge. But this gives you extra dodge at the cost of 1 speed. So net gain, I think. This, I don't know how much we use debuffs, or at least how much I use them intentionally. So I might just get that and sell it. And then I think we're done. So we're going to return to the hamlet. Excellent. So we've defeated 1 boss from every dungeon so far. But each dungeon has 2 different bosses in it, and then it has 3 different levels of that boss. So we've got like the Apprentice Necromancer we've defeated, exactly the Necromancer Apprentice, but then we have the Veteran level 1 and the Darkest level 1. Still came out of that with plenty of heirlooms, plenty of trinkets, plenty of gold. Very happy with that. And now we can start focusing on doing some of the harder levels with our stronger. Actually, no, because we still got 4 apprentice level ones to do. Interesting. We'll have to see how we stack up our teams. You guys are still capable of doing apprentice missions, so that's good. God-fearing's not terrible. It can be a bit tricky to manage depending on where the caretaker and the town crier are, but it's okay. Bad gambler's fine. We just won't put you in the gambling hall. Plus 10% damage on ranged skills. Fantastic, because as you know, a ranger, you're going to be dealing mostly ranged damage. Well, excellent. Thank you very much for watching this episode, everyone. I hope to see you again next time.